John covered a 378-foot ground rule double.
Yeah, what the fuck was the deal with that? You gotta tell me.
I'm going to kill someone. This series has made me
I want to
genuinely.
hear.
Well,
I want
let
to
me
hear this
preface.
entire
Okay,
story, and I
John-
want this entire story to be.
Let me
the
preface this, John, please. I told John maybe 6 months ago when he told me he had this broadcast that's the second to last series for Mizzou baseball. It's the last home series. They're either going to win the series and probably sweep Vanderbilt, or to knock them out of playoff contention. Not playoff contention. Postseason contention.
postseason.
Or really, they're going to be the three most drunk games of all time because it's Mizzou baseball 6 games before the season ends.
Well, it's Mizzou versus Vanderbilt, which, by the way, for those of us who are just tuning in, right? Just over the course of the last year, Mizzou football versus Vanderbilt came to the Hail Mary that was pulled down at the 1 yard line.
1 yard line? If they marked inches, it'd be at the 1 inch line.
And then in basketball, we had a buzzer beater that literally went in and out, right? So it's like, Mizzou and Vanderbilt just keep having these weird bullshit games. Like, what is happening?
So, this series. So, on Friday, I'm miserable. Because I generally am. But for this specific purpose, Canvas had just been hacked the day before. And I had 3 major assignments that I was going to do on Thursday night that I couldn't do. So by the time I wake up on Friday, I'm more annoyed that Canvas is back up than anything. So not only am I doing 3 major assignments that are still due on Friday, I'm preparing for a baseball game. This whole time, there is a semi-decent chance of rain from about 3 p.m. to about 7 or 8 p.m. So I had expected it to get delayed at some point, and it did get delayed. It got the first pitch got delayed from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So it ended up being, a 7 p.m. first pitch between Mizzou and Vanderbilt. Josh McDevitt is pitching for the Tigers, who is and I put this in heavy quotes, ace of the program. Number 54 starting pitcher in the top 100 according to D1 Baseball. So, hey, he's not a bad pitcher. At one point, it rains again. And, so it goes on and off on this rain. And we're getting really late into the evening now. We're at 10:30. And you start to see wisps of fog come through. Right? Just every once in a while, like a cloud that looks like it's hanging a little lower than normal. And for context, Taylor Stadium, where the Tigers play, is in practice on one of the highest natural points in Columbia. It's right above a really big dip. So fog is not exactly something that should be surprising at that with this elevation change and from it just getting a bunch of rain and then rapidly cooling down. What we didn't expect was for it to just get worse. By the time we're in the 9th inning, Vanderbilt has erased a lot of the lead for the Tigers. They've taken I believe a 9-8 lead. At some point, let me look at this for sure. So this is bad, right? This is a very dumb and bad game so far.
Drunk, if you will.
Drunk, yeah. Honestly, yeah. It was a drunk game. So it's 7-7, right? Top of the 9th inning. A pitch gets sent deep into right field, right? Right fielder Donovan Jordan for the Tigers. I cannot see him. I am right at the press box. To this point, the fog has gotten so thick that I can see about half of the Tiger logo in center field. Caden Pierre, the center fielder for the Tigers, is this grayish white silhouette somewhere in center field. I can make out like the shape of Divine Pavilion beyond center right field. And I can see Donovan Jordan, as this ball comes, he just goes, and he just throws his hands up. And to be clear, no one in the stadium reacted. Everyone just goes. Vanderbilt's screaming because they're like, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. Like, and so Vanderbilt is clearing the bases. Had this continued, it would have been I believe a 3 or 4 run homer. I believe a 3-run homer. Instead, the umpires meet with the managers, and they decide that it is a ground rule double, and that the game is tied 7-7 with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning, with runners on second and third, and the game is suspended due to unplayable conditions. Again, if we look at the TrackMan data, this ball traveled about 390 feet, which is a good 20 feet. 378, which is still a good about 20 feet generously over the fence.
No.
Yeah, 378.
It got hit directly at, according to TrackMan, directly at the pitch clock.
Yeah.
And the pitch clock is supposedly 379 feet from home plate.
So, you have to understand here. People are screaming. At one point, this fan runs into the stadium. And he is standing on top of the Vanderbilt dugout. This is a guy in like a Vandy like jersey. And he's holding up this ball. And he's like, and the Vanderbilt dugout like turns to look up at him, and they start going, he has the ball, he has the ball, he has the. There's a lot of baseballs in between Taylor Stadium and Divine Pavilion, because believe it or not, they hit
Put 'em up
this
there.
thing called batting practice probably once a day, and they don't go over there to clean up. The evidence was posted onto Twitter when this fan posted a mud-covered ball, which tells me practically nothing, despite the fact that a ball at some point hit wet ground somewhere at some time.
So what I have right here is an official SEC baseball that I found between Taylor Stadium and Divine Pavilion.
That's the ball that Vandy hit. Or not, who knows?
And it was, 2 or 3 years ago that I picked this ball up, but the exact same spot. Crazy.
So,
baseballs are found near baseball fields, generally speaking. Crazy concept, I know.
So then we go to the next day. It is 4 p.m. Yes.
My favorite part of the Friday night game was when they went to review it, and then the referee came out knowing he was going to get booed no matter what, and went, after further review, the call has been changed. It is a ground rule double. The game is suspended, and we're playing tomorrow at 4. And then booked it out of the stadium.
He
He had
left.
no business chatting with anybody. He's gone.
And I'm on air. I'm the color commentator, and I just go, they're gonna finish this tomorrow. And I am dead tired. So the next day, 4 p.m. comes around. I've been at the stadium since 2 p.m. I'm calling the second game as a play-by-play guy.
I'm calling both games.
The game goes into I want to say the
10th.
11th? The 10th.
10th.
The second game went to the 11th inning. We'll get there.
Yep.
So the first game goes to the 10th
Series
inning.
was drunk.
Donovan Jordan hits a walk-off RBI single straight up the middle. A raucous win. They treat ball don't lie or whatever. Which, to be fair, there were also some controversial calls in that one as well. There was a steal that wasn't a steal that was a steal, and there was just.
I really enjoyed Vanderbilt trying to end the game on stealing home plate with 2 outs.
Yeah, tried to steal home. They ruled him out on appeal. It was a whole thing. So then
It also didn't matter. They reviewed the play at the plate, and it was a strikeout. The game was the inning was over. They reviewed a play at the plate, calling the runner out from third when the pitch was strike 3 to end the inning.
Also, you want to know
So what are
really
you reviewing then? Like, what's the point of the review?
you want to know the really fun fact?
Correct.
That's the first time Mizzou has walked off a game since 2024 when Jarek Curtis walked it off against Florida.
Against Florida. There were 2 walk-offs in that series.
There were. That's true.
Yadier Hernandez had the other one.
I think we were there for both of them, weren't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were watching Jack Paglione.
Then game 2 starts. Brady Kellenbrink is pitching, right? This game starts around 5:45, right? In the 6th, Vanderbilt scores 3 runs on 4 hits. They cut the lead down to 2 for Mizzou. Then we enter another rain delay. This one goes for about an hour. And honestly, the rain on Friday was kind of lazy rain. Like it wasn't super windy, so it was just like coming down a lot, but it wasn't really going anywhere. This was like the rain hurt. It was so windy on Saturday that I am scrambling to get all of the equipment that we're calling the game on into the Pelican case so it doesn't get wet. And it is like stinging against my face. Like it is so windy. So we scramble in there.
The best way I can describe it to people that have never experienced one of these rainstorms in Missouri is that the rain just feels heavier.
It's like mean. Like it was mad at me.
Especially at Taylor Stadium. The way I explain to Taylor Stadium to people that have never been there before is like, you know how like they have those indoor like skydiving places? Just imagine that turned on its side and it's just facing Taylor Stadium.
It circles after that. And to the point that H was making earlier, right? Like this is the highest ground point in Columbia. This is where all the weird weather settles on top of.
Yeah. So the game gets suspended, right? But to this point, Missouri has not scored since the 4th inning. Vanderbilt scores 8 unanswered runs and wins in the top of they score the go-ahead runs in the top of the 11th inning. With 3 runs in the top of the 11th. 3 2-out runs. And they get closed by a 6-foot-something kid from Maine who throws like Trey Savage. He throws 95 in just a tumble dryer splitter. And he probably, hunts for fun. Like, I don't know. So, that was such a non sequitur. Anyway, game 3.
We're about to hit 15 minutes on this topic.
Do they hunt?
This was a weird ass series, man.
Do you think
So,
hunted
time
Maine?
for
You can do
Patrick
that?
Bailey trade talk, boys. Come on.
Game 3, series win for the Tigers, 4-1 over Vanderbilt. And you want to know the funniest part? They
shut out Vandy for 8 innings.
They shut out Vandy for 8 innings.
You better believe
1
it.
run on 4 hits, 7 strikeouts. The bullpen allowed 1 hit across, I believe, 4 2/3 innings. Mizzou did not strike out at the plate.
Yeah, not once. Yeah.
Not once. This is the first time this happened since at least 2015.
My favorite, did you go to the press conference after?
No, I wanted to leave. Are you serious?
Carrick Jackson in the press conference was like, well, we didn't strike out. And like when you do that, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like watching back the press conference was me just going, Carrick also knew this series was drunk. To come into day 3 and go, well, we didn't strike out once over 9 innings. So, and normally when you do that, that's a good thing.
But all in all,
was no, let me find the key to the lock that we're currently having conversation on Sunday.
I spent at least 18 to 20 hours at Taylor Stadium this weekend.
Don't worry. They'll be better.
And the nice part is I think I'm genuinely worse off for it. So
That's generally
anyway,
the way that's generally the way you feel after leaving Taylor Stadium,
No matter what.
no matter what.
Florida
Major League
walk-offs in
Baseball.
2024 walked out of the stadium going, God, they're just going to lose tomorrow.
Yeah, literally. Can't wait to waste another 4 hours here.
So
Pretty sure they lost the midweek after sweeping Florida that year, but let me double check.
Was it Mo State? Because if so, they almost certainly lost.
2024, we said, right? Do a quick
Yes.
John Lieber finds out. Yes, they lost to SIUE 5-4 on the Tuesday.
Whoa.
After winning 11-10 on Sunday over Florida, which was a Jack Caglione bump day. Remember when that guy pitched?
SIUE, St. Louis's like 7th most popular college.
All right. Maybe Major League Baseball? Thoughts?
yeah, let's get there.
All right. Where should we
Welcome back
start?
to the chatting average. My name's Adam Beesack. That's John Lieber. The whole time that has been John Sansoni.
The whole
Normally
time
we
is crazy.
talk about Major League Baseball, but sometimes we talk about college baseball too. You know what?
Sometimes games are drunk.
I think it was appropriate.
So, where do we
Biggest
want to
news of the
start
week.
here?
Biggest news of the week. We have to start here.
Yeah?
I think so. Bo Naylor got optioned to AAA Columbus.
Yeah.
They're making room. They're making room for Patrick Bailey.
To do that, they were making room because they
Yeah.
traded for two-time Gold Glove winner Patrick Bailey. They also gave up, left-handed pitcher Matt Wilkinson. Who
Oh,
I had his stats
Matt?
pulled up.
you mean Tugboat. This guy's name is
Put
Tugboat
some respect on
Wilkinson.
Tugboat's name.
What?
This
Yeah.
he goes by Tugboat. Matt Tugboat
Apologize.
Wilkinson.
The MLB doesn't know that. In
'Cause
4
they're not
years in the
gonna call
minor
him
leagues,
Tugboat.
in 4 years in the minor leagues where he's peaked at Double-A, he does have a 2.82 ERA. He's only 23 years old too, so not bad. But they also get a competitive balance round A pick. That's number 29 overall. That could be huge. Yippee!
23 is
You
actually
can-
incredibly young in boat years.
You can trade competitive balance picks. And for those of you wondering, I didn't think you could trade picks. You can't trade non-competitive balance picks. But they've always designed your ability to trade competitive balance for some reason, which happened when the Braves traded Drew Waters to the Royals.
Mhm.
They got a competitive balance pick, and I believe it was his name Taylor Hearn or something.
Yeah. Can I ask a question on this trade?
Yeah.
Please.
Why?
Um.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know why?
So the Cleveland Guardians for a long time employed this catcher you might have heard of. His name was Austin Hedges. And what was great
Yes.
about Austin Hedges is he was one of the best defensive catchers in baseball.
Right.
And what's great about Patrick Bailey is that he's one of the best defensive catchers in baseball.
Right.
So I think it makes perfect sense from a Guardians perspective.
Okay.
This is a guy they like to have on the roster, and they're just going and getting that archetype again.
But I argue, what about maybe having a hitter?
So
What about
okay?
So they have a top prospect, a catching prospect. Carter Innes is his name, who's in AAA and mashing right now. But he is like super suspect defensively. And so to me, this seems like they are bringing in this guy to shore up catcher in an opportunity to move Innes to maybe a first base, maybe more of a DH role so that you can have that bat as the upside.
You know the really funny thing to me?
What?
Austin Hedges, right? Someone who raise your hand if you think Austin Hedges is known as a hitting catcher. None of the three of us, right? His highest career OPS at any time was when was 2018 with San Diego when he had a 711 OPS. He has a 782 OPS this season across 51 at-bats. He has 15 hits, 1 homer, 4 RBIs. In the last 7 games, he's slugging .611. Why? Who made him do that? He's 33. And to the other point is that Patrick Bailey can't hit.
No, he can't.
He has a 383 OPS. 383.
I just what's the I get you want defensive catching. I get you want the guy to like run the bullpen. Make him your fucking pitching coach. Like
Point taken. Point taken.
Like oh cool. Every time Patrick Bailey comes up in the lineup, it's an out. Hopefully that doesn't matter.
Yes, but that matters now less than it ever has because you don't have pitchers hitting anymore. Because you have the universal DH, I think you can afford to punt at catcher offensively in a way that you never really could in the past. And I think if you asked Major League ball clubs up and down, both leagues, the value of catchers defensively is vastly underrated, I think, by fans across the board.
Well, correct.
And I think internally, that defense matters a lot more than people realize.
Yeah,
I don't know,
I think
man.
but also the tough thing I'm thinking about here is the switch, because you don't see catchers get traded a lot, especially not mid-season, because some of the difficulty comes in building the relationship with your pitching staff. And I think the benefit there is that you have Austin Hedges, who has been, might as well be permanently like bolted to the floor behind home plate, because he has been in Cleveland since 2020. Like, he has been there for 6 straight seasons and is just a career fantastic defensive catcher. So there's never really been a question for, okay, this guy's, he knows the staff. But also, I think you're not going to have as much of a learning curve with Bailey because of, one, how early in the season it is. It's still only, early to mid-May. And he's a Gold Glover. As kind of easy of an answer as it is, just hand wave every problem away as well. He's a Gold Glover. If you have a sound defensive catcher, it makes it a lot easier.
So what? Now they've got 3 Gold Glovers on the team. That's great. That's awesome. They have a run differential of -4.
The interesting
They can't
thing
fucking hit.
The interesting thing to me now is what's the path forward for Bo Naylor?
It isn't. It's get traded. Bo Naylor was only ever in the league because Josh Naylor's his fucking brother.
There's an argument to be had there.
Yeah, now they don't even have Josh Naylor.
He's not good at baseball.
Well, and you saw
that together
these
3-week stretches every 4 to 5 months where you're like, oh, that's okay, I can see it, and then outside of that, it's just it's bad.
The thing with Bo Naylor is that everyone that was asked about it, and obviously the question was, were they ever going to say anything different? Is every time that they were asked at the press junkets about Bo Naylor's future with the Guardians, because you mentioned Carter Innis, and it's not like Bailey's got some time on his contract as well, and by and large, every time that they were asked, they were like, we still believe Bo has a very bright future as a major league catcher, and we still believe in him very strongly. But then you look at it, and outside of a really aberrant 2023, where he had a 121 OPS, he has been a below average bat every single time. And when you already have one defensive catcher like Austin Hedges, especially this season where Austin Hedges became the better offensive option for you, you just got to get him right. And it's a tough conversation to have. Like, if you saw how Stephen Vogt talked in the press junket, you could tell he was not happy. A former catcher himself, like, you could tell that this clearly messed him up a little bit to have this conversation with Bo. But man, did he look terrible.
Speaking of that former catcher thing, I think another interesting aspect of this as well is Buster Posey kind of running the show in San Francisco and now trading away yet another failed catching prospect, or quote-unquote failed catching prospect that was supposed to take over that Buster Posey role after he retired. Right? Like, at first it was supposed to be Joey Bartz, and clearly that did not work out before he was shipped off to Pittsburgh, and now it was Patrick Bailey that was supposed to be the guy, former first-round pick. They shipped him off as well. Who's going to be the guy that really takes to that catcher position? Because clearly they haven't found the answer yet.
Who are they using now?
Jesus Rodriguez mostly. They're also banking on Daniel Susak coming back as well. Rodriguez as a younger guy.
They're carrying 3 catchers on this 26-man roster right now.
If you have 3 catchers,
you have none.
You have 3 catchers. I mean, you have no catcher. Never mind.
Eric Haas, Jesus Rodriguez, and Logan Porter.
I hardly know her.
Obviously, the Giants are punting on the season because what are they, 8 games back from first place right now, which means they have no shot.
Great year 1 for Torey Lovella, though. Or Tony Vitale, excuse me.
Whatever his dumbass name is.
The other TV.
Wow.
Yeah.
How fun. Great move.
Else?
Let's see if it works out. We'll see if Patrick Bailey can improve on his minus 100 OPS plus right now with the Cleveland Guardians.
It'd be hard to get worse.
Do you know how many people in their most played games so far at each position have positive or have OPS pluses above 100?
2?
4.
That's not
Bo Naylor is, I guess Bo Naylor's off the 40 man, or off the 26 man, but he's still the guy who's played the most games at catcher. Kyle Manzardo, Juan Brito's played the most at second base, but he hasn't played that many. He only played 15 games this year. Travis Manzana's at 11. He'll get there soon. I just don't understand how this team ever leads the American League Central. I don't know how they win it every other year.
I mean, you got to look around the American League Central, man.
Dude, but you can't say that because the Tigers are in the American League Central. I get Tarek Skubal has died and gone to heaven, but that's supposed to be a good team. The Kansas City Royals. I don't know. Bobby Witt's supposed to propel that team to being anything other than being the crappiest team in the Central of any league. And the team that nobody cares about. They have fans when they play well. Congrats on being 19-22 this year. Let's wear those City Connects. And then the Minnesota Twins, the Twins are terrible. But and the White Sox are bad too. But I just ugh. Also, the whole American League is so bad.
There's one good team in the American League this year.
There's 2 good teams in the American League. They're called the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays.
The Rays are shockingly fake. We'll see.
Adam, they each have 26 wins.
I understand that.
No way this guy's a Rays truth.
Despite what people tell you, a Rays win and a Yankees win do not hold this. It's like a Canadian dollar versus a U.S. dollar. They can be quite there.
Yeah, what's the conversion rate on Rays wins?
I apologize. The Rays have not played anybody in the West yet. I will not be taking them seriously.
Yeah, their conversion rate is still messed up.
But like, there's 3 teams over 500 in the American League right now. The Rays, the Athletics, and the Yankees. There are
Or as that
5 teams with 19 wins in the American League wild card race.
Lieber is our resident American League correspondent. How do you respond to the fraud allegations?
Of who? The whole league?
The entire league.
When the Athletics win the World Series, John Sansoni is going to look like a genius, and the
He's
American
going to
League
look
is
like the
gonna
smartest man on the podcast. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know, man. The White Sox are in the playoffs right now. Back in the Yoffs, baby.
Smartest man on the podcast is said in the same
Not hard to get to.
as richest man in the cemetery.
I mean, like, come on now. Let's not. Yeah, I was about to say, like, we can't take the smarts with me.
I have a question for you two. When do we take when do the White Sox take themselves seriously? They're not like this is a genuine question. Genuine question. They're 19-21. What is that? 40 games into the year. I get there's 122 left. They're in the playoffs right now. They're the last wild card team in. They've played half of their schedule's practically been the teams out west. They're 8-4 against them. They've played the Central 4 times this entire season.
I, just as a general rule of thumb, don't start standings watching until June. So that's for me where I start taking the White Sox seriously. Now, the White Sox themselves, I think that's a different conversation. I think you're already taking yourself seriously right now. Because if you're only 2 games below 500 or whatever it is, like, it's all to play for, especially in the American League that's as weak as it is.
And I mean,
So,
in the American League, in the American League Central, they're 2 games back. They're 2 games. Or they're a game back of the Guardians. I'm sorry, they're a game back.
Because everybody in that league is shit.
Well, yeah, but
so
something like
Kyle Teal got interviewed recently because he's coming back from his rehab assignment in Charlotte relatively soon.
Thank God.
And when they asked him if he would want, if he could join this team immediately, would he want to? Which, dumb question, but he goes, of course, this team is electric right now. The attitude, how hard everyone's playing, and the success we're having, I can't wait to be a part of it and help contribute. Everyone's just having so much fun. It feels like that stupid Bo Nix tweet again. The Bo Nix is healthy, he's thriving, he's a dark horse for the Heisman. Like, can we not do this about the Chicago White Sox? Can we please just pump the brakes?
Listen. We as a society need to be more okay with being bad but fun.
Should society not heal right now? What if the White Sox win the American League Central?
What if the White Sox are 5 games below 500 and you enjoy watching them,
That's fine too. They are fun.
Why can't we be happy with that? Why do we have to put them in the American League Championship?
They are the only team in the league right now with 3 players with 9+ home runs. Munetaka Murakami, Colson Montgomery, and Miguel Vargas themselves have out-homered like 12 teams already this season, I think.
Oh, John, can I ask you a question?
Please.
What's wrong with Edgar Quero?
Oh, I don't think he died. I don't know. Drew Romo is getting starts over him right now because he's been
Romo's raking.
All right. Drew Romo is raking. You know who else is raking? We talked about him last week. Last week about this time was exactly when I found out Randall Grichuk was on my team. And Randall Grichuk is hitting .250 right now in his 6 games. But he's been Jesus Christ to this team. He's been so good.
He has hit
I don't
12,
know.
12 at bats, 2 runs on
Yeah,
3
he has
hits,
3
with
hits.
2 homers. 2 homers.
Yeah. 2 homers. And he's not playing every day, obviously. Well, I don't have games started here for some reason, but I know he hasn't started each game, so
Hold on. I
don't know
need
why I
to
don't
send
have
you
games
guys the
started.
screenshot. Hold on.
Boy, where am I looking?
But
It's in
these
the
White Sox
text
are
chain.
fun, man.
This is, this is
What am I
bad.
looking at?
I want
Where
you to
am I
look
looking?
at the
Oh, no.
here. All right, let me copy this.
He's got this. I believe in him.
Look at this screenshot. So it's a picture of Randall Grichuk, like a post about him on the news tab of his player profile on MLB.com. The issue is that the embedded video isn't quite the right. Yeah, John will show you that. Isn't quite the right aspect ratio, so everything's very stretched out. So Randall Grichuk is like really wide and not very tall. Um, and also the second emoji and whenever Randall Grichuk lines on out, which also they misspelled one. The second emoji isn't registered on my out of date Mac that I have in front of me, so I don't know what that second emoji is. It could really be anything.
What an incredible screenshot. I love that when you sent it over, it came over in like the tiny aspect ratio as well.
Oh, because there's a vertical video, that's why.
My
You can tell that from how terrible the thumbnail is.
my favorite thing about the White Sox right now is that whenever I open Twitter and the Sox are playing, there used to be like tweets from like Chi Sox fan Mike and like Section 108. No. All I have now is translated tweets from Japanese. Like every tweet is just a tweet translated to English from Japanese. Like this one. No Sox game today. Let's be delusional. Trade deadline looming. Sox are 3 games back in AL Central. Sox get Mike Trout. Angels get Caleb Bonham, which we didn't talk about. Garrett Cole threw at him because he didn't want him to go 3 for 3. Christian Opor and Jaden Fausk. Who says no?
Yeah, that Garrett Cole temper tantrum was interesting.
Yeah. Fine, we can
What?
talk about that.
We don't have to talk about anything, frankly.
Yeah.
All right, to the
The
grid.
immaculate. I'm kidding. Unless.
Unless.
What's going on with the Rockies, Adam?
That's a good question. I don't actually
I don't think he's watching games anymore.
No, I never was. I don't have a TV packet that allows me to watch the Rockies.
Well, they're 16 and 25. Tovar finding rhythm with 2 well-earned hits is the first article. And it's about Ezekiel Tovar getting 2 hits.
He has had an extremely down year, and I think that he is going to be another player in the line of Brendan Rodgers, in the line to an extent of Ryan McMahon, who is like, oh, the one batter that people know on the outside of the Rockies that is going to be better, but he never actually does get any better. But Mickey Moniak is having a really, really good year, and I think his trade value is going to be very high come June, July. So keep an eye out for that.
He is leading the league in slugging percentage.
We also have like 6 dudes in the bullpen that all throw like 98. So I don't know. If there is a year for the Rockies to finally pull the trigger and start selling at the deadline, they have a lot of tools that I think they could sell off this year. And for new management with a guy like Paul DePodesta, a trade deadline like this and maybe by extension an offseason ahead like this with this group of players becomes very important for kind of setting the baseline for how you're going to grow the franchise moving forward. So that's something that I think is going to be very, very interesting to monitor.
One of the things I loved was seeing some of the personality shine through on this team. I saw a video of outfielder Troy Johnston interviewing Chase
Yeah,
Dollander
this was
after a
great.
game. And so he asked him, like, Chase Dollander, you had a great start. What makes you so good looking? And Dollander kind of gives him a non-answer, like, yeah, I know it's a combination of a lot of things. And Johnston just says, yeah, great. I'm really glad we had this interview. So second question, your fastball got up to 101. What is it that makes you so good looking? It was like, you know what? Thank you, Troy Johnston. He's clearly enjoying himself when he's not in Miami anymore. And honestly, I think more teams need to have kind of wacky guys who are comfortable in front of a camera in their clubhouse. Like Pablo Lopez was the on-field translator for one of his teammates after his MLB debut. Because I guess Pablo Lopez has nothing better to do during rehab than to just be around. And I assume it's cheaper for the Pollard family.
Being a vibes guy is one of the most important things you can be in Major League Baseball. That you will always find a roster spot if you are a vibes guy. Just see Austin Hedges.
It's true. It's true. So I have a question here.
All right.
If you were a utility player,
I like where this is going.
and for the intents and purposes here, let's say that a utility player is someone who could play at least two positions.
I don't know if that's a utility, but okay.
But just for this purpose, a multi-positional player, whatever. The utility player is how I can describe it. What two positions would you play?
I've got this. So my coach knows that I play more than two. Center field and shortstop.
Nice.
Like Luis Angel Acuna.
That translates anywhere. Put me at second base, coach. I still can't hit.
In my opinion, a true utility should be a utility infielder. You should have 3 different gloves, one that you wear for middle infield, one at first, and one at third.
And one of those you can just probably take to the outfield too. So,
well, that's the third base. The third base glove can also be repurposed.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would love to be like the David Fry archetype. Catcher, first baseman, and corner outfielder.
Unfortunately, then you have to play on the Guardians. So,
well, yeah, I know. But hey, Jesus Rodriguez on the Giants is a catcher, third baseman, corner outfielder.
Listen,
he also plays second. He also plays second. Oh no, wait! Javier Sanoja, a second baseman / eligible relief pitcher in fantasy, because they used him as a position player pitching so much.
Also has outfield eligibility.
Oh, that's true, because he was a left fielder for a lot. Or just the classic second baseman left fielder. I mean, Sam Antonacci, Tony Kemp, Josh Harrison.
So good in left field.
Jeff the Flying Squirrel McNeil.
Jeff McNeil. No, that's a center fielder. That's a center fielder.
Kyle, the
Whit
Abraham
Merrifield.
Lincoln aircraft carrier.
Whit Merrifield. That's a good guy.
Well, Whit Merrifield on the field. I don't want to talk about Whit Merrifield off the field.
Notable second baseman left fielder Jose Altuve.
True.
Technically.
Trying to think of who else. Second baseman and outfielder. It's always like short guys.
Yeah, that's generally why they play second base. And if they're athletic enough speedy enough to play the outfield, then they get some run out there as well.
Like you, Adam. You played second base, right? I'm not like just hallucinating that.
In high school, I played second base and outfield.
Was it because you're short?
Sam
That's
Antonucci
correct.
type.
Yeah. It was because I grew up as a shortstop and had to move to second base because everybody else kept growing and I didn't.
One that I really did not
That's a true
think
story.
of. Edouard Julien. Imagine being so Quebecois. That's a non sequitur. Imagine being
But like you can't like. Oh, wouldn't it be cool to be Edward Julien? No, because I suck at hitting. Like I can't do anything. I just play the field. Like
he plays first base and second base. It's very difficult to do.
it's
First
not.
base is incredibly easy.
Tell him wash.
Tell him wash. I watched that for class, by the way. We had to watch that in one of the classes. Yeah. Baseball and
Which
the
class?
American Experience. Uh-huh.
Who
Watch
teaches
Moneyball. This is a new one. It's a new one. It's this
Yeah,
is an off-air discussion.
that?
Oh my god, guys, come on.
Hold on. This is not relevant to most of you.
You should know this too.
You should know this too.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the grid.
The Immaculate 3x3 is a grid. Yeah.
What?
What?
Immaculate grid is a 3x3 grid with 3 rows and 3 columns. That's 9 intersections for you to do with what you please. But for us, we're rule-abiding citizens, and that means that we put players in there. They match with teams, stats, positions played, seasons, awards. For today, the San Diego Padres, Texas Rangers, and played shortstop minimum of 1 game are your columns. Your rows are the Baltimore Orioles, the Oakland Athletics, and 30-plus stolen base season.
I'll start us off here with the A's and the Padres. I'm going Yonder Alonso.
I was also working on A's Padres, but I suppose I'll pivot.
Yeah, get out of here.
Okay. This, you'll have to follow me here.
Jesus Christ.
Has Jeff McNeil played shortstop this season?
I don't know. Texas, Baltimore, Hans or Alberto.
There's no way, because Jacob Wilson's there.
Padres, Orioles. Gary Sanchez.
Oh, okay. Shortstop for the Athletics. Horse with no name.
I was thinking Jed Lowry, but who were you thinking?
I was thinking of Ledmus Diaz.
Adam?
I'm leaning to Ledmus Diaz.
He's in.
What more do we need here?
Baltimore played shortstop, a Texas A, and then all of the 30-plus stolen bases.
Baltimore shortstop. Probably not Jesus Aguilar.
Isn't J.J. Hardy?
I'm sorry, Adam. You're gonna have to repeat that.
So I'm trying to think of an older guy that isn't J.J. Hardy.
Okay.
Maybe a Ruben Tejada, perhaps.
For what?
Baltimore shortstop.
Sure. That really worked. Point 1.
Okay, 30-plus stolen bases as a shortstop.
I mean, all they had to do was play a shortstop in a game.
Okay, give me now. Since I'm thinking about Orioles shortstops now, give me noted Brave Jorge Mateo.
For what?
30-plus stolen bases. Played shortstop.
I was thinking noted PED user Alexei Ramirez, but Adam.
I'm rolling with H this time.
What was it again?
Jorge Mateo.
Thank
Jorge
you.
Mateo. He was a legend for me in 9 innings back in the day.
The Tejas Rangers.
What? Why did he say
Yeah,
that?
because I've always said that the most, a team with the most in touch with their Hispanic roots is the Texas Rangers.
I don't think anybody's ever said that.
Who steals bases on the Rangers?
I have a
Did
Padres
Delano
30
or
stolen
Shields
base
ever get
season.
there?
Okay.
The Lino to Shields?
I have a Padres stolen base. We're gonna go Travis Jankowski. Oh, look at that smile on that guy.
Delano de Shields did not get there, so don't put him in.
I almost did.
Rangers.
Perhaps an
IKF.
Elvis Cruz? Or maybe Sinsu Chu did.
I was thinking Shin-Soo Choo.
Uh,
I am checking
30
right
stolen
now.
bases is a lot, though.
No, he never had 30 in any season. Wow.
yeah, that's the problem. It's like it has to be someone who's really fast.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the Elvis Andrus pick, but I feel like people are going to know that.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, too. When else have they ever had fast players, though?
I mean, they really don't have a lot of like these sort of players. Like
Leonis Martin.
Even in recent times, like Marcus Simeon's certainly never getting to 30 stolen bases.
no, Marcus Simeon's slow, man. What was the name of that center fielder?
You
Leonis
have to be way
Martin.
more specific than that.
Yeah, Leonis Martin. Yeah.
He's in.
Because he played in
Also, pretty
Cleveland.
cute guy. He did play in Cleveland. That's where I know him from.
That's what I know him from too.
Texas A's. Texas A's.
Texas A's, jeez.
In division trades? Do they do those?
Well, I mean Elvis Andrus.
Well, true, but I feel like that one's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Davis had a year with the Rangers, did he not?
Did Robbie Grossman play for the Athletics at one point? I think he did. Robbie Grossman? Because he played with Houston, Minneapolis,
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Detroit, Atlanta, Texas, Chicago. I swear I remember him in Oakland.
I think he was there for at least a little while.
He was. Rarity score of 7.
Okay, there you go.
Hardest spot on the grid today was a Ranger with 30 stolen bases. Number one answer there, Elvis Andrus.
Imagine that. Oh, good thing we avoided Andrews, huh?
Manny Machado, the most answered person on the board today for Padres Orioles.
I'm not surprised. All right. Well,
Adam, take us out.
This has been the chatting average.
Follow us on Twitter at the Chatting AVG. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. I think we're on Disney Plus now. We're definitely on Tubi. Take a look at us over on Pluto TV.
If you have a library subscription, you can get us on Kayak as well.
Yeah, if you or Libby, if you have us on, you want to get us on Libby. There's 17 different ways to follow us. You should do all of them. Remember that if you're ever in Laurel, Mississippi, to just stay a little vigilant. Have a good night.